In 1998, Brandy and Monica gave the world an anthem, "The Boy Is Mine," that dominated airwaves, crushed the charts, and crowned them queens of late 90s R&B. But behind the sheen of Grammy Gold and Billboard glory lay something more haunting. What the world saw as a moment of unity was, in truth, the opening salvo in a decades-long psychological standoff between two young black women, pushed into the spotlight, weaponized by their differences, and caught in a storm of projection, pain, and pride. Long before they even met, the industry had already written their story. Rivals. Brandy, the polished suburban sweetheart, the first black Cinderella, the girl next door who could do no wrong. Monica, the raw, emotional Atlanta teen with a voice made of soul and a past soaked in struggle. They were two sides of a coin, cast not by choice but by expectation. By the time "The Boy Is Mine" was recorded, the narrative was already out of their hands. The duet itself was never meant to be a duet. Brandy recorded the song solo, only later pushing for Monica to join. Monica, hesitant at first, only agreed after being persuaded by Clive Davis. That hesitation wasn't unfounded, it was foreshadowing. According to producer Dallas Austin, the studio was already a powder keg. Brandy allegedly called Monica too ghetto. Monica reportedly viewed Brandy as too proper. What should have been chemistry was instead a clash of cultural code switching and quiet judgment. They didn't even record in the same room. Brandy laid her vocals in Los Angeles. The Monica did hers in Atlanta. The track was stitched together in post, an ironic metaphor for a relationship always more manufactured than mutual. And yet it worked. Public bought into the fantasy, not knowing the truth was unraveling behind the scenes. By the time they hit The Tonight Show, Brandy performed the duet solo. Monica was furious. Brandy was furious right back, especially after Monica named her album "The Boy Is Mine," a move Brandy took as theft. From there, it was war. The 1998 VMAs, that war turned physical. The rumors swirled for years. Backstage tension, whispers of a fight. Managers issued statements blaming the media. But later, Dallas Austin confirmed it. Monica had punched Brandy in the face before they even stepped on stage. The performance? Seamless. The pain? Just beginning. To the public, they were icons. But internally, they were teenagers being forced to perform peace for the sake of profit. The label wanted unity. The fans wanted drama. And in the middle of it, two girls barely out of childhood were being asked to carry the weight of a generation's projections. It's here that the psychology begins to unfold. In union terms, both Brandy and Monica became each other's shadow selves, embodying the qualities the other had to suppress. Brandy, raised in a world that demanded control, perfection, and soft edges, may have seen Monica's unfiltered fire as a threat to her image. Monica, praised for her authenticity and streetwise honesty, may have internalized Brandy's poise as superiority. Neither of them was wrong. But neither had the tools to process the dynamic without emotional damage. And the damage? It lived on. For years, fans fought battles the artists never had time to finish. Team Monica. Team Brandy. The archetypes were set. Brandy was the polished princess. Monica was the real one from the block. And just like that, their art became identity. Every interview, every tweet, every side glance was dissected for proof of rivalry. Their 2012 reunion, "It All Belongs to Me," was supposed to be a reset. But if you looked closely, the cracks were still visible. Monica biting her tongue. Brandy making jokes that didn't land. They said the right things. But their energy told the truth. The beef was dormant, not dead. By 2016, the So Gone challenge took over the internet, everyone freestyling over Monica's classic track. Everyone but Brandy. When a fan asked if she'd join, Brandy's curt "chili" by tweet reignited the feud. Monica, in contrast, responded with maturity, calling it a test from God. Brandy's clapbacks continued, sometimes cryptic, sometimes direct, always loaded. At one point, she even invoked Whitney Houston, calling herself the true fairy goddaughter, a not-so-subtle rebuttal to Monica's tribute. The feud spiraled into pettiness. In 2018, Brandy changed the lyrics of The Boy Is Mine during a solo performance to The Song Is Mine. Fans dragged her for it, accusing her of being the aggressor, the one who couldn't let go. And then came Versus. In 2020, Brandy and Monica sat across from each other, two women with history carved deep into their skin. At one point, Monica referenced kicking in doors and smacking chicks. Brandy replied, half joking, half triggering, that she had been on the receiving end of that behavior. Monica didn't laugh. Her body tensed. She shut it down. Brandy apologized, but the damage was done. Again, Monica's reaction wasn't just about the comment, it was about what it represented. A return to a version of herself she'd spent years shedding. A hood caricature weaponized against her in media, in fan circles, even in song lyrics. For her, that wasn't a joke, it was a scar. From a psychological lens, this was identity threat when someone feels their core self is being misrepresented or used against them. Monica had evolved, but the world still wanted the fight. And yet, through it all, something unexpected happened in 2024. Ariana Grande called. She wanted to remix The Boy Is Mine. And to everyone's surprise, Brandy and Monica said yes. In interviews, they spoke with reverence about growth, about history, about healing. In June 2025, they announced a co-headlining tour, The Boy Is Mine 25 years later. Not just a reunion, a resurrection. But make no mistake, this tour isn't just a celebration. It's a tightrope walk across decades of trauma, ego, and emotional conditioning. They've both changed. They've both matured. But they're also still navigating a legacy built on competition, on being pitted against each other, on being told their worth was tied to comparison. To pull this off, they'll need more than good vocals and matching outfits. They'll need discipline, boundaries, grace, a shared agreement that the stage is neutral ground. 'Cause beneath the lights and applause, there's still the risk of reactivating old wounds. This isn't just about Brandy and Monica. It's about what happens when two black girls, turned into symbols before they had a chance to just be, finally reclaim the story. This tour could be their greatest victory, or their final unraveling. But if they get it right, if they lead with compassion, not competition, then maybe The Boy Is Mine will no longer be about division, but about two women once fractured, now whole, singing in harmony not just for us, but for themselves. And that would be the legacy worth writing.